Is it possible to become real selfless people? I mean, is it possible to go against what seems to be the most basic human nature? And in order to answer, let me quote the famous midrash of this parasha, Parashat Vayetze, where it says that Yaakov Avinu was on his way to Haran. And on his way, he went to sleep and placed a few rocks around his head in order to guard him from dangerous animals. And the rocks, they began fighting, because all of them wanted to be the rock upon which the tzaddik would lay his head upon. And then Hashem made a miracle, and he fused all of the rocks together, so all of them together would have the merit of having the tzaddik's head. And the question that Rav Oizer Alpert asks is, okay, fine, but at the end of the day, there are very large pieces of rock that will not have the head of the tzaddik. So why aren't they worried? They will be part of a large rock that doesn't have the merit of having the head of the tzaddik. And in order to answer, he quotes beautifully the introduction of Shaarei Yosher from Rav Shimon Shkop, where it's written that a person, in order to become real selfless, he can't start by saying, I don't want to care about myself anymore. It's against nature. It's even against halacha. We say that chayecha kodmim. That's the way Rabbi Akiva writes, right? We need to put ourselves before the life of others. So he says that in order to do so successfully, a person needs to enlarge, to make broader the definition of self. So a person no longer sees himself as a body, nor a soul, nor a family. He sees himself as a person with a family, with Klal Yisrael as a community. And he sees all of it together as being himself. And when a person succeeds to see himself in such a manner, he can really feel the feeling of others. He can be happy with the happiness of others. He can suffer the suffering of others, because they're not the suffering of others. It's the suffering of himself. It's not the happiness of others, it's the happiness of himself. And just as the rocks that became part of a larger rock had no reason to be jealous of the part of the rock that had the merit of having the head of the tzaddik, so a person that sees his expanded self as being part of Klal Yisrael will really be able to become a selfless person, a gadol in Klal Yisrael. Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach.